My allergies are really, really bad. Okay. Let's see if we can get Tuan in here. Okay, I'm not going to sit here and complain the whole time. Let's see if I can get Tuan in here. Hey, what's going on? All right. All right. And how are you guys doing this week? Didn't come in here. Yes. And
Hey, boo.
Tuan, let's see. I'm trying to get him on. There we are.
Hey, it
How's it
sounds better
echoing
now.
this time?
How are you?
Does it? Okay. I can't see.
You can't see.
Yay. Yeah, it's just my eye. I'm so sorry, guys. I look like I've been in a fight, but it feels okay. But my allergies are so
Mine are
horrible.
so bad. I'm here coming to you live from the
Yeah, where that is.
beach house.
Hey, Alex.
I'm here
Yes.
in,
Well, so where are you? You're not at
no, I'm in
home. Where
Tampa
are you?
visiting family. So I'm here at family member's house. But look, let me see if I can get mine there. Hey, Jennifer. So it looks like we're not echoing. Thank you, baby Jesus. So we are on episode 45. Can you believe it? It's been a year and about a month. Hey, Alex.
Crazy.
So if y'all here joining us, let us know below. Just tag us or comment and let us know where you're at. Today we're talking about one of our favorite things, something that I do every time I see you every Wednesday. See y'all at home. We're talking about having fun.
Fun, fun, fun. Yeah, that's so important because so many of us don't, or we think it costs a lot of money to have fun. So we'll get into all that. But that sounds
Yay. So
wonderful.
Kevin is in San Jose today at home, and he is our producer. Shall we just get right to it, Boo? Boom.
Let's get
Segment
right to
one,
it.
ToLo's Hot Topics. So
Hello,
everybody and their mama has been talking about Notre Dame. And have you been?
I've been several
Okay.
times,
I
yes.
went for my 40th birthday. I went to Paris and I went to see the Notre Dame, and it was just really stunning, breathtaking. And when I saw the news yesterday, I had a moment. I really did. I was like, the spires, they're coming down. The first thing I thought was the spires and then all the relics and stuff in there. And then I thought, wait a minute. Like, I was equally as, even though I've never been to any of the three churches that burned down, the three black churches that burned down in the South recently due to arson. I was just like, how come that wasn't all up in the news? And how come like two big billionaires didn't come in and pour in money to black churches? So that might not be PC or whatever, but that's just really what I thought, to be honest. What did you think?
Interesting. Like at first I thought, oh my goodness, Notre Dame is on fire. Wow. Okay. And then after that, I kept, it kept showing up in my feed, and people kept posting their pictures with their experience and when they were there, blah. And I just was not invested emotionally. I mean, that may not be PC or right either, but I was like, maybe I should care more than I do, but I just don't. And
Dang.
I have,
This is the real show.
right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it is not, I don't know. I believe there's divine order in everything. There's a reason for everything. This didn't just happen out of happenstance, or
Huh.
I don't know. It's got to teach you something. It's got to teach us something. And through the years, the Catholic Church is not God.
Basically, yes.
So I don't, so I just don't, it's the building. Fortunately, they had an artist in there a few years ago who took some digital images that they may be able to reconstruct from. But whatever the divine lesson is in all of this is what I hope we can get to. But as far as me boohooing over a burning building, just not so much. It's a thing. It's a place. Yes, it's old. It's history. You don't want to see your history necessarily ruined in that way. But at the same time, you have your history, and you can continue to celebrate, and you continue to know what has happened there. So, yeah, I just didn't have the emotional investment. But it's not like I was glad to see it burning,
Yeah.
so I don't want to get that misconstrued. But at the end of the day, it's a very old
Yeah.
building, but it is still a
Yeah.
building.
What did you think of it when you went inside it?
I thought it was fast. I mean, like most of those type of structures that were built, it's very
Yeah.
awe-inspiring. Whenever you go back and you think of the time period when
Yes.
something like that is
Yeah.
constructed, you walk into it and you're just like, wow. And I could see how you do feel something spiritual walking in there just because of
Yeah.
the magnificence of the structure. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's a beautiful place to visit, and I hope they will. I mean, thankfully, the whole thing wasn't destroyed, so people will still be able to hopefully enjoy its restored majesty once it's put back together.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, same here. I know. It's
Mhm.
just I guess it is a reflection of kind of the way the world reacts to, you know, I guess the culture, the Catholic Church, and then
Right.
like versus the Baptist black churches, So
Well, and then I would say Notre Dame it's a centuries old. It's much older than this country, and
yeah,
it's all of its mess. It's much more older than America. So it's been around for centuries. So people are definitely invested in this space. So I do get that.
yeah.
But it is a building. I mean, I didn't necessarily agree with the president tweeting, they should go over it with water tankers.
Don't
Like water doesn't have weight. I mean,
don't get me started.
that, I mean, that kind of foolishness. I was
Yeah,
like, okay, child, just
yeah.
stop the madness.
Okay, so all I gotta say is, whether you like Trump or not, or like Obama or not, but when you see Obama's tweet, it was just full of like grace and elegance and eloquence, and I was just like, mm. Anyway, should I change the topic because I want to talk about?
Yeah, because yeah,
Yeah.
let's just move. But but I just I just thought but yeah, dumping tankers of water, like water doesn't have weight in the middle of a city. I mean, just like
Yeah.
okay, anyway, yeah. Next
Anyway,
topic. I'm
next
not even
topic.
comparing the two.
we
I'm not even
we
comparing
flip the
that.
page. Okay, so anyway, so today, what did you think about? Sorry, my allergies are so bad too. My voice is squeaky. My like nasal passages are crazy. Your eyes puffy. We're a hot mess. Anyway, so Times 100 most influential people. Boo. What did you think? Okay, so
Yes.
I found out because I follow a lot of these people on IG. Michelle Obama. I saw Gail King. I was really pleased to see Gail.
I was happy to
Because
see
she
your
is
King
an
on there.
influencer, and like her or not, I love her. But I just think she's real, and when I follow her, her IG is super real. That girl stands. I love it when she like gets on her. She's on like whether it's a Weight Watchers or whatever diet. Like she'll talk about her weight, and she'll literally show like her toes on the scale, right? But anyway,
Yeah.
so she is an influencer that way, and I think, honestly, it's refreshing to see her. I mean, your president was also. Thanks, Kevin, for posting that link.
My
The
president,
comment link.
our president. And he should be, because whether you love him or
Yes.
hate him, he is extremely influential.
Yeah.
He's probably one of the most influential people in the world, so you can't take that from him.
Yeah.
He may be a hotmess.com, but he is definitely influential. So Trump deserves to be on that list.
Exactly. I agree with that. I agree. I agree with that. And the crazy thing is that, you know, I guess I didn't expect to see him on that list, right? At first, I was like, well, right. You always think of influential as a good thing, but influential could be perceived as a bad thing if you perceive him as a bad thing, which we won't get into.
But you got to also remember that half of the country doesn't perceive him to be bad. Half of us think he's great.
Oh, you know what? Yesterday I was at the Dali Museum in St. Petersburg, right here near Tampa, and there were like a lot of people with Trump signs, and then those like fireworks looking kind of structures, where they sell fireworks out of, with Trump paraphernalia. So yeah, you're right. I guess. I mean, he is, and you know what though? To another point too is I believe we all are, and that's why we really need to be careful with our words and our actions, because we all are influencers.
Right.
And whether you're a mom or a dad or both of like a child, or teacher, or an aunt or uncle, like we're all influential in some way. So how will you use, I mean, my question or challenge is, how will you use your voice and your platform for
your level of influence?
Yeah, and good influence.
Kevin says Putin wasn't on there. If Trump was on there, Putin was on there. Many believe, but no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I don't know. Is Putin influential outside of this country? Yeah, he's still
I think so.
influential though. Yeah. he could possibly be on that list as well. And then, yeah, and because of how do you define influence? So it doesn't matter necessarily one's political affiliation, but if these people have influence, they have influence. Quite frankly, there are a lot of white supremacists that have influence.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I just don't,
yeah. So
for me, one of the types of influencers that I get really annoyed at is the influencers on social media that aren't really influencers.
Right. Or they think that they are, and they should get stuff free because they are. Yes, I've had those issues. I've dealt with those issues. But yeah, but there's a difference between being an influencer doesn't necessarily meaning the same as being most admired.
Yes.
So
those are two different things for sure. Yeah.
Two very different things.
Yeah.
So you could be So an influencer. I think the list is very. I like the list because it is diverse. It runs the spectrum, left, right, middle, and it also it includes people that you wouldn't necessarily consider because maybe they're not as admired as you think they should be, but they are as influential as they should be. Yeah. And the president is definitely influential.
Yes, absolutely. And yeah, I agree with you. I like the spectrum of it all. But I wonder how influential Time's influential list is.
Right. Yeah, we'll see. We shall see. But yeah, I thought they did a good job at the Sandra Oh, a bunch of wonderful people on there. I thought that were very influential.
Yeah, and it goes back,
especially because they might not come to your mind first thing, but when you look at the scope of their career or their platform, then you can definitely see the influence.
Yeah, what's interesting is, I grew up, my story. I grew up in a bad part of Sacramento, and we're on welfare, lived in a trailer park. That was our first home. Had $4 in our pockets, 10 of us to a trailer in a trailer park when we were a kid. And I remember, honestly, my dream or I should say prayer to God when I was 5. I remember asking God because I didn't think my life mattered. And so I would ask God to use my life to help other people. I mean, to use my life for something is what for something good is what I remember praying. And now that I think back, I'm like, how was I so precocious and 5 dreaming that, and putting that intention out there, and just be careful what you ask for. Right. So fast forward,
right.
There was an article that was written about kind of my immigrant story about 2 years ago from Forbes, and they have this thing called, when you go to Forbes.com, there's like a QOTD, quote of the day, that you have to actually read and then click before you read the other article. Mm-hmm. And so they used my quote, and the quote was this, and I'll leave the segment with this. It's that we all have a unique power, and it is our responsibility to use that power to the fullest capacity in the service of others. And I believe we all have. What? Yeah. And so I believe.
I said the service of others. That's the key part,
yes,
right there.
Yes, absolutely. And that is really, I think, the key to joy. And, coming from me, I didn't think, again, my story mattered. And if you're at home not thinking your story matters, or your life doesn't matter, you do matter. And all of us I believe we all are important to somebody. Like, Michelle Obama may be important to some people, and she may not be. And some random stranger we might know might not be important to us, but they're important to somebody.
You're not going to be important to everyone, but you are important to someone.
Yeah, basically. Anyway, what's really important is we need to move on to the next segment to Dump the Hump. Don't you love these? And they travel with me to Florida in such pristine condition, boo.
It's almost scary how you've kept them in such pristine order over the year. That's just
it's true, right? But okay. Over the year, you're right. Okay, so Dump the Hump. This is where we talk about just getting over the week's hump, this week we're talking about having fun. And yesterday, this has been a topic that's come up quite a bit. Yesterday I was on the beach with my family here at Hollywood Beach. Have you ever been in Tampa?
Hollywood Beach?
No, sorry, Honeymoon. Honeymoon. What am I thinking? My allergies are getting to me. Honeymoon Beach.
Oh, no, no. I was going to say Hollywood Beach, I thought was like on the other coast, but okay.
So Honeymoon Beach, it's really awesome because it's known for its white sand, and there's something with the sand that it never gets hot, which is beautiful. right? And the whiteness is beautiful too, the whiteness of the sand. And there are a bunch of seashells there. So it's just really lovely. And I was inspired to do a little, one of my on my YouTube Style Your Spirit series on just, bringing nature, what it does for me, being in nature, A, B, putting nature on my schedule, and putting fun, which is fun, on my schedule. Um, and so I was just talking about having fun a lot with people. Um, and today, when I was chatting with you and Kevin, I mean, we all have either lost close friends in our lives recently. And so many people that I know, a lot of people, including today, family members, uh, you know, uh, somebody she knew is suffering from cancer too. And it just is like we shouldn't wait till we get diagnosed with something or experience death to remember to have fun. And while I was on the beach
Right.
yesterday, I thought about you, and something that you taught me, the gift that you gave me, was to put yourself on the schedule. And I think you need to put fun on the schedule. I was just visiting my friend up north, Shannon, who's a realtor, and she was saying that, Tawana, I have busy days all the time recently, especially during tax season. And every morning when I wake up, I put fun on the schedule, or fun in my journal of what I'm going to do today. And whether it's me coming to visit her, going on a walk with a friend. So, what do you do to have fun? And what do y'all do at home to have fun? We want to hear.
And what do you, and how do you define fun? Because a lot of times people think it costs money. You associate money with fun.
Yeah.
And for me, anytime fun for me is being in control of my time.
Yeah.
So where I can do what I
I
want
like
to do
that.
with my time. I'm not obligated to somebody else. That's fun to me. So that may just be sitting up reading a book, which I was doing earlier today. Um, Sometimes it does involve money. I went out to dinner tonight with my friend Jen and my nephew John and another friend of ours, Bernard, and we went to Thai food, and that was fun. But that was, all of us have very busy and hectic lives, but it was about making time to get together uh, and just fellowship. So you
Yeah.
have to you have to carve out those moments, but
Yeah.
they don't always have to cost. So
Yes,
I think you
absolutely.
just have to define what fun means to you,
Yeah.
and to understand that it doesn't necessarily have to be a
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
monetary thing. And if the only way you can find fun is with money, then you need to expand
yeah.
your vision.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, there's different scales of fun and different scales of money that you spend or no money that you spend. Like for my 40th birthday, went to see, the Eiffel Tower in Paris, and went to the French countryside and saw Notre Dame. Today, I went with a family member to Busch Gardens here. I don't know if you've been, but it was so fun. And
I love roller coasters.
yes,
So yeah,
I
I've been to Busch
love roller
Gardens.
coasters. I took my niece and nephew this summer to, when they were on break, to 3 amusement parks in about a week's time. That's too much. I'm
That's so
old.
much fun.
But but today it was so fun, and it was just me and two adults that went, and it was just um I did cut, and I tagged you guys because had just decided to do a fun and scream challenge on Instagram. So at Twan Lamb TV, I tagged you, and we just cut down this video, this 30-second video, because we went on this ride. It looks scarier than it is, but um, I mean, and I had my cell phone. I would never carry a cell phone on a roller coaster, but this was kind of like sort of a kiddie-ish ride, but just looked really crazy. And
Hmm.
anyway, so I did a little film of me. And one thing people don't know about me is with my voice, it has range, boo. So I was screaming loud, so loud, it was crazy. That I'm sure you'll just have to watch it anyway. Um,
I'll have to look
partake
at
in
it.
that challenge. But it was fun, and now I have so much fun like looking at that video and just like cracking up. But again, fun to me, yes, to me, fun is reading. Fun is also like when I'm in San Francisco, even when I'm traveling, going to a different neighborhood or borough. Like when I was just in New York for a speaking engagement last week, I just love going to like Chelsea or Greenwich Village, and just like or Dumbo, Brooklyn, and just like poking around. It was super fun doing that. And a lot of days, I mean, fun to me is also not having plans at all on a weekend and just like seeing what unfolds. Going to the farmer's market, walking along the water, or just even going on a walk. I mean, those are all fun things.
Right.
But again, I love that you said fellowship too, because for me, it involves fellowship, but being with people, but it also involves being with just me.
Yeah, sometimes you need to fellowship with self. That's very important.
With this fellow.
I do it all the time. Right. You do. Sometimes you need to, again, you have to decompress. And so that is that is a form of fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's about putting yourself on a schedule.
Yeah,
sure.
absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. And I've just been more mindful of that too. Every morning when I wake up, there's a few things that I do for myself, like sit in silence for even a little bit, 10 breaths if I don't have time. I do that. I'll go to the gym. Oh, I love going to the gym, see my friends there. It's like a community. Um, so just, fun is what you really make of it. Fun is like having, like you said, control of your time and doing what you want that uplifts your spirits.
So yeah, so define fun for yourself and then get out there and have some.
Yeah. So, okay, we're going to move on to segment 3. This is the little crinkle in my backpack, but talk to ToLo.
Yay.
Yeah, but it's going to get flattened out. Trust me. I'm going to get these laminated, and one day when we have a show with the budget, then we will still use segment 3. Talk to ToLo. Okay, this is where you guys send us questions or we answer your questions here. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask us here. But okay, first question we have is, what do you consider fun? Because fun can mean different things for different people. Like some people would go to a shooting range for fun. Some people might not think that's interesting. Some people think amusement parks are or aren't. So what do you consider fun?
For me, I'm having fun if something makes me laugh, typically. That's when I know I'm having, that's my thing. If I'm in a zone where I can laugh, and sometimes that may just be as simple as recalling a memory, but things that make me laugh tend to be the most fun for me. But like I say, laughter is healing. But whether I'm with crazy friends that crack me up, or family members, whatever it is, for me, that's it comes through laughter. That's how I have fun. And I'm like you with the amusement parks. I love the roller coasters, screaming. As I'm getting a little older, maybe my back might not be like what it used to be, so I shouldn't probably necessarily be on something with all those G forces. But that's all right. They can take me out in the stretcher. But yeah. So for me, it's things that make me laugh. Something that's going to cause you to take a deep breath, whether it be from cracking up and running out of breath to just inhaling nature and life. But just those things. So that's kind of like my meter. If it makes me laugh, brings me joy.
No, I like that. So for me, fun has a different. There's like roller coasters. There's different kind of ebbs and flows of fun and different spectrums of fun for me. So I would say, like, I just really love walking around different neighborhoods, like I said earlier, new neighborhoods or little boutiques, and just not even necessarily buying anything, right? Just that's fun, right? But then there's also the fun where, like, I'm chuckling and laughing from how crazy I was screaming on these roller coasters. And I mean, when I mean crazy, it is crazy. You gotta watch it. And I want to challenge you to do that. Or maybe next time we'll go to a roller coaster or amusement park together and ride a roller coaster. But yeah, so different levels of fun. Like right now, sure, we laugh sometimes, but I'm still having fun in this process of talking with you. Right. And you know what? It's I feel like nowadays, I'm gonna talk about this in Digital Detox later, but nowadays, like, so many people like fake having fun or fake fabulous lives or fake fabulous moments, and then they're really not having that much fun because they're taking photos of, say, their food or whatever, and it's cold and they're enjoying it. But they're resigned to the fact that that they just need to get that perfect Instagram photo or whatever. So anyway, we can talk about that later. But yeah, so fun to me is any time I feel like I'm in the present moment, and there's different spectrums of it. It could be a cackling, like laughing because you're recalling a moment, or you're on a roller coaster, all the way down to just like having fun. Like I could literally go to the beach with you and just sit and like look at the water and not talk with you or to you or nothing, and it'd still be fun,
And that's fun.
It's sacred. Fun to me is very sacred, and we need more of it nowadays. It's just like every time like you go on Facebook, it's just so much craziness going on in the world, or bad news, bad weather, whatever.
And it seems like there's no good going on in the world, but there's lots of good going on too. But it's not being amplified like that. So you've got to amplify it in your own life. You've got to amplify the good.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so another question here is, what do you do for fun when things in your life aren't going the way you want or things are not fun? That's a really good one.
That is a good one. I don't try to numb myself, number one. So if I'm
Yes.
going through something, for me personally, I'm not going to try to just go do something to numb it so that I don't deal with it. Whatever I'm going through, even though when it's especially when it's uncomfortable, I still try to get to the root. Okay, what is this trying to teach me? Why am I going through this? What purpose does this experience serve? Let me get that so that I can really go and have some fun where I'm not numbing myself and I can truly enjoy it. So I don't necessarily try to escape from one because it's unpleasant. I like to just, get the purpose and meaning of whatever the valley or the negative thing that I'm going through. But it may not always be fun, but it may be there. It may be there to teach me, and that's okay. I don't have to. I understand that this doesn't have to be fun. But when I'm done, or when I get what I'm supposed to get from this, I'll go out and have some fun.
I love that. Same
So
here.
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, same here. I mean,
So,
there's appropriate times for everything, and um, I feel like I really appreciate the fun more or the lightness more, right? The lightness of life or the light
absolutely.
in life more when things that aren't as fun happen. And like you said, it's like when you really sit down and like go through a tragedy or go through something, it just makes you appreciate it more. And coming from somebody who has experienced a lot of death in my family, right? And a lot of them at the same time at some point. Um, to me, death has inspired me to live more and more richly, right?
Right.
And so it's the same thing with this. It's like things may not be fun right now, um, but going back to like what you taught me, put yourself on the schedule. Put yourself on
Absolutely.
the schedule
At the
to
top of the
read,
schedule.
to go, yeah, right? Go on a walk, do those things because those could be the lower vibration of fun, or you don't have to be high vibration laughing, ha ha ha. Um,
Right.
but again, it's just like I feel like fellowship is always, it's always fun, and and to me, it just it's fun is sacred because it really, and fellowship is sacred because it helps you get through the bumpiness and the bumpy times in life a lot more. Right.
Absolutely.
Speaking of
Absolutely.
fun, I know this is your funnest favorite topic.
Ugh,
Segment for
get out
digital
of here.
detox. So how are you doing in your digital detox? You and I've been traveling. That's why we've been off here for last week and a half or so.
Yeah, it's been crazy. That like our schedules have been
Yes.
crazy the last couple of weeks.
So how's your digital
Um,
detox doing, boo?
I think I'm going to start smoking weed. No, I'm just kidding. Um,
Oh, you're all speaking of
it's
fun.
it's been steady. Like I definitely, it's an ongoing process, but I definitely have seen improvement. But I still have a long way to go. But it's still steady. But I'm still mindful of. I haven't given up on that just because I haven't.
Yeah. 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 Same here. Same here. Speaking of digital detox, I think this our phones want us. The phone wants us to get off. This phone wants us to get off this conversation because you're slowing.
I was slow to see.
Yeah,
The
your side is
universe will
your
will
side
make
is a
you
little bit
digitally
kind of
detox.
slow. Yeah,
Okay. I don't know. But yeah, so the digital detox is going steady, but I'm always open to new suggestions, new ideas, to see what other people are doing as well,
yeah,
how they're controlling it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Kevin, like Kevin's saying that there's some audio issues on your side, but
Audio issues.
basically the digital gods are saying, get off this topic, get off.
Yes, they are.
But yeah, so for me, I've been okay. I think I've been you know, uh, very like if you look at my Instagram, for example, I feel like I haven't been posting as much. Like, but I do like when I go and am experience stuff. I do like to snap photos because it's an art form for me, and then I like looking back because I enjoy that as well. Um, but there are different hacks that I've been doing. And that have become habits. Like I told you guys that when I'm eating, I turn the like eating out at lunch with somebody. I put my phone in my bag if I have a bag, or I flip the phone upside down, or when I come home at night, I put the phone in the room or another room, so I'm not always on it and just randomly checking IG or Facebook or
Right.
whatnot. Yeah. So I'm trying.
It's a process.
Right. Anyway, okay, so we best jump off here soon because it is late. It's I've been sleeping all crazy schedules because I've been traveling, but I'll be back home next week.
Welcome to my world.
Okay, I don't know how you do it at your age, boo.
You tried it. Try Jesus.
Okay, we'll see you later. See y'all later. Talk to you next week.
All right, guys. Have
Please
a good
share
one.
if you care.
All right.
And send us your questions,
Please
y'all.
do.
Okay, see you later. Bye.
Bye.